manner. Just the outside looks like a rock face. Yeah. So last we left off, you guys, and you guys I mean Velarys was transported to the plane of the dead, Lang, and she met herself there, and also met the Dark Ruler, Strahd, and made a deal with him. Kind of.
Well, I had no choice.
For her safety and escape of that plane of existence, she gave up the location of their wizard buddy that they just met, that they didn't actually get to be buddies with yet.
To be fair, I fucking hated that wizard, so I don't give a shit if he's dead.
True.
Fuck
You guys
that
are just getting there. I just started liking that guy.
Fuck that
Oh, fuck that guy.
And he got fucking blasted. And you guys ran into the woods. Well, two of you ran. One of you was dragged back, and eventually found the magical manor of Tynan, the Mad Mage.
Sorry, what's his name? Tynan?
Tynan.
Tynan with a T.
Tynan. And yeah, you guys were allowed inside. There was no, you guys just went inside. It didn't stop you. There was no challenge or anything. You just went inside, and it was pretty nice. And you were greeted. You got your fill of food, and you're also greeted by his 100 servants that look exactly like him.
I meant to do a hero forge for them, just the same one I did for the Mad Mage, just in like tuxedos.
Like a butler, yeah. Maybe a little better well kept, but yeah. Am I missing anything important? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we ended. I think Edge was going to sleep.
You guys found, and you
guys
found potions.
Well, and also
enough to, right?
Leon and Velarys were doing research on Strahd and Barovia.
Yes.
Good thing this time I have 24 hit points, so if you cast sleep, it doesn't immediately make me fall asleep. God forbid you cast it near the elf or something that can't be put to sleep either.
To be fair, Leon didn't know you were going to just run out of the woods at the same time he cast the spell. Which would have had no effect anyway, because the wizard had more hit points than sleep would have affected. So it could have been a net 0, but instead it was a net negative.
Yeah. It would have done nothing. So we're gonna blame you, Eduardo.
You've still got mud in your nostrils.
Oh yeah, because you were just. Oh, that's nasty mud too. That's dead. That's dead people mud. You've definitely got corpse in your nose.
Yeah, I don't know what the correct.
But anyways, yeah. So we'll start off with Velarys and Leon. They did some research, and found out that I believe Velarys had a 21. I wrote it down. That years and years and years ago, Strahd had conquered this land, Barovia, named it after his father, Lord Baroth. And he had a penchant for being a conqueror. but he was also lustful for power, and just lustful in general. And
Strahd be horny on main.
he do be horny on main. He also be evil on main. And just the horrific acts he has committed to in life led him down a dark path. No one knows exactly when or how he became, but he wasn't always a vampire. But at some point during his reign, he, fully committed to the dark side, and just fully just balls to the walls, just became a living stereotype. He's like, well, if I'm gonna be a vampire, might as well have undead, might as well have evil wizards, might as well have witches, might as well have a shadowy cursed land. And managed to congregate so much evil in one place that the very natures of the universe expelled him. Which is why now Barovia is a separate dimension from everywhere else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it reference, like, was Barovia originally part of CERN, or?
There is no mention of Barovia originally being part of CERN in the book you read. Obviously, when you were a monster trainer, you've heard rumors that there's like a desolate desert to the north on CERN's main continent, and there's rumors that that's where Barovia used to be, but everything's unfounded. No one really knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Strahd's history, at least as much as this is going into that you're able to find. So yeah.
Okay, so just a general overview of the history of the land and everything. The kind of stuff you'd find in a textbook.
Yeah, but like an evil textbook.
Okay.
Like math. But yeah, he anything more specific would be, despite this guy being a great, he's a wizard.
A strong hater.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to have that kind of in the know knowledge.
Yeah.
I do have to hold on. Let me find his name. Yeah. You do see a lot of texts referencing Strahd's old wizard Kazan, though, amongst his writings.
Any reference to what happened to him?
No, he does not seem to. There is mentionings of Kazan's vie for power, and how he was studying on how to become a lich. But there's nothing here that says like, yeah, and then he became a lich and lived happily ever after. Just notes on Kazan seeming to fall into madness and trying to reach lichdom.
As wizards are wont to do.
You do get the vibe that there seems to be a connection between Tynan and Kazan, one that's not written plainly.
Okay. And he doesn't have any magical accoutrements just lying around, right? extra spell books, scrolls, that kind of.
No, he doesn't.
Or anything like that.
He doesn't. He doesn't seem to have having any loose magic around.
Okay.
But he is a wizard, so you would assume he'd have a spell book. Whether he had that on his person or what, but it's you've already cast detect magic around here. The only magic you're seeing is so.
Well, at that point, Leon's gonna go to bed because Leon is half burnt and exhausted.
Yep, you got the Anakin treatment.
I suppose I'll go to bed too.
Okay. And that is both of you have found it. Well, more Velarys than Leon have found that knowledge, but
No, I would have told Leon that knowledge.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck about magic. Thank you, though.
That's the way to go.
I would tell Edge in the morning.
Okay. So yeah, you guys get a good night's sleep. Each of you. So there's spare bedrooms. Each of you have your own bedroom, but there is a Tynan butler that follows you in there and does offer you to tuck you into bed if you so wish.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
He
Okay.
does not even make it into the room. I close the door in his face.
He can tuck me into bed, but the door's gonna be open the whole time he's tucking me into bed.
Okay. Keeping it cautious. What about you, Edge? You're getting the tuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Alright.
good.
Alright.
I like being pampered.
He likes being pampered. He tucks you in. And yeah, I would say he gives you like a little kiss on the forehead, but that might be a little too much.
Does this guy have any extra clothes lying around in this house somewhere? Because I would assume that my shirt, at the very least, was
But it's wizard clothes, so you know.
very
you're a little,
roughly.
You know, a little extra. You're gonna look a little pompous.
What you're saying is I'm gonna look like Ross in that one episode of Friends.
I don't know.
Okay, better comparison. I'm gonna look like Astarion.
Okay.
Leon hates it.
Leon hates it. He hates his ruffly shirt.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, you guys wake up in the morning, nice and refreshed. The dining hall has had its dinner replaced with now a large continental breakfast. It's navel oranges and cereal cups.
I'm used to. Actually, what would dwarven food be like? I would be used to
Rocks.
I'm imagining porridge, no offense, like German cuisine.
Well,
Like,
here's the thing. Here's the
and-
thing. You could just be like Swedish, cause they're dwarves.
Ah, yes. Where's the horse that I'm going to turn into?
Well, hold on. Here's how we're gonna figure this out.
Oh wait, no, I'm a carnivore. I forgot about that. I like dwarven food, but only dwarven food that's got meat in it.
Where is?
Like maybe a baked potato, but with a lot of bacon.
Probably more bacon than potato. You like
Yes.
a bacon wrapped baked potato.
It's like one of those. It's a baked potato, but it's like one of those little mini fingerling potatoes, and it's just a mountain of bacon on top.
You know what? Ejatte would fuck up? Fucking bacon wrapped scallop.
Ooh.
Dude,
Just the idea of Edge the night before having one of these butlers spend the night weaving bacon around a potato and then baking it. So you have that nice cross-hatched weaved bacon lattice,
He totally would have done that.
and then still being the guy to be like, the bacon could have been crispier.
I probably like it really raw, honestly.
So the worst kind of bacon.
Dude, what do you mean?
That shit needs to be
great.
practically black. It needs to be crispy.
Not that far.
You guys
chewy
are
bacon.
awful.
I don't even. It's cured. I don't even need to cook that shit. Just warm it up, and that's good enough for me.
I like
Speaking of warming up, I'm gonna go get dinner.
crispy bacon. But dude, Velarys is gonna fuck up those navel oranges. For sure.
Leon is gonna have a cup of cereal, but it's just Cheerios, and he's not even gonna put milk in it. He's just gonna eat it dry with his hands.
She's gonna have some cinnamon
Like a
toast.
baby.
Fancy.
Like a fucking infant.
Listen,
Leon, are you gonna go like this too?
I think I've explained this before
With the sticky
with the
hands.
horse thing, but it's sticky. It's fucking Cheerios. They're the driest
You get
cereal.
honey nut Cheerio.
No, plain
well,
Cheerios. Plain Cheerios. I've explained this before with the horse thing.
That's like
Leon-
that's-
In any kind of scenario that requires like toughness and violence, he's your guy. Anything that requires actually taking care of himself.
All cereal is banned except for Count Chocolate.
I like that. No, that's actually why he was going after this wizard. Is because of these cereal cups.
Copyright
Dude, that's-
infringement.
That's
got-
fair.
He has, if you open the cupboard, it's just all tricks from.
That's the real reason why he wanted to know where this wizard was.
Mm-hmm.
But no, anything that requires Leon to actually take care of himself came from his wife, and that's it.
I was about to say.
Like he ran with pretty much an all-male mercenary company for like 7 years. It was a lot of like, dude, we're just gonna cook some sausages over an open fire and have like plain toast and beer, and that's it. Him eating on his own is like, I'll just take the hardtack and this slice of meat, and I'll make a sandwich out of it, and I'll just eat my hardtack sandwich, and
I'm
it's not
gonna
good.
She's gonna go into the kitchen where the cook is, and she's gonna make herself the nicest plate of breakfast food that she possibly can, and then she's gonna slowly eat it while looking at both Leon and Edge.
Do they at least have coffee?
Wizard's brew. I can't start my studies without it.
Don't cast at me until I've had my coffee.
It's haste in a cup.
This needs to be merch.
Add it to the list.
I'm gonna get a Folgers brand deal.
You just call it Folgers with a hard G?
That is what it is.
I'm a
It's
G like that.
Folgers. It's a soft.
Folgers?
It's a soft G.
You're a soft G.
Am I fucking stupid? It's Folgers.
It's Folgers.
It's not Folgers. It's not Folgers.
It's Folgers.
I will get in my car, I will drive to your fucking house, and I will throat punch you.
Okay,
It is
okay,
not
here's the
a
thing,
hard
here's the
G.
I work in a grocery store. My boss calls it Folgers. I
Hey,
call it Folgers.
listen.
Folgers.
Can you hear that? No, it's Folgers.
It's Folgers.
It
What
says
did you say it was?
Folgers.
I said Folgers.
Folgers? No.
Folgers.
No, it's Folgers.
Folgers. My god.
Anyways, we're not gonna get copyright strike if I say Folgers, so we're good. What's the other one? Max House. There we go. No, is it Max House or Maxwell House?
It's Maxwell House. Folgers.
Which one was the one where the brother and sister had like way too much sexual tension?
I think that was Folgers.
Was that?
I think so.
The Christmas. You are my present this year.
The weird
Okay.
Lannister Christmas coffee commercial.
Okay, there's not that much in there. There's a bit,
People
but there's
wrote-
not that
okay,
much.
I watched. Okay, when I was recovering from my C-section, and I was in bed after you went back to work, I watched a 3-hour-long YouTube video of somebody who dissected the whole. Somebody wrote like fan fiction about it, and someone did a 3-hour video essay dissecting it, and it was one of the most obscene things that I had ever watched.
Of what?
It was a fan fiction somebody wrote about that incestuous Folgers commercial.
Huh?
You've never seen that?
No.
It's like a brother and sister, and they're like, I don't even think they reveal that they're brother and sister until close to the end. But they're having like flirty banter over a cup of coffee, and it ends with them being like, "You're my Christmas present this year."
Oh, I
That
have
is
seen.
true. That is true. She does put the ball on him.
Waited up all night for you, you know.
Brought you something from far away.
Really? Oh. Here are my presents this year.
Ew!
This part
What the hell?
you have to.
What are you guys talking about? We know what's going on here. We know you're trying to each other.
What? No. Oh, please. Brothers and sisters don't look at each other like that.
We sent you to West Africa for a reason, Ryan, to separate you and your sister.
There's an extended cut, just so you know.
I can tell it's Jirachi.
Anyway, yeah. So I eat my dry Cheerios and my black coffee.
All right, Edge, what are you eating off the continental breakfast?
Me?
Yeah.
One of the butlers.
Why is there only 99 servants?
It just comes out
Dude,
sometimes.
holographic butler again?
Holographic butler.
Uh,
My favorite.
I'm gonna make like essentially a Jenga tower of bacon, and
There's
I'm
some
essentially
really
gonna
shitty
make like a
bacon.
Jenga tower.
Edge is the kind of guy that takes the waffle mix and layers the bacon inside the waffle maker and then pours the waffle mix inside and then tries to close it up and burns
Like
the whole
rebar.
fucking thing and
Like
ruins
rebar.
it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a Jenga tower of like bacon, Canadian bacon, like pieces of ham and stuff.
I was about to say Canadian bacon's definitely more accurate. Tynan was a Canadian wizard after all.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows normal Canadians, really nice. Canadian wizards, fucking dickheads.
They blow up when they die too. All Canadian wizards. Even if it's not magic related.
Fireball, eh?
They,
It's a really
pass
bad like deathbed conversation. the final little beep, and then it cuts to the outside of the hospital and the fucking hospital blows up.
It's like a scene from The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's the scene from Dark Knight.
It's every Canadian wizard's heart is a delayed fireball.
So what you're
and
saying
it's
is
insane.
Gale is Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Duh. Look at him.
Did you watch that video I sent you last night, Eduardo?
Which one?
Somebody respect Gale as a wild magic barbarian and raged for the first time, and his rage scream is just him going, ah!
Oh yeah, I've seen all the rage animations and noises before, but I hadn't seen that video.
It's really funny. Somebody said he rages in lowercase. Anyway, so we're gonna head back to Vallaki to pick up our shit.
Yep.
I think we should stop by the scene of the crime.
I agree.
Just to check it out.
What, where you stole the horses, or some other scene?
No, where the wizard died.
He's blown up. Where he's a puddle of ash. That scene of crime.
Oh, that one.
Okay. Alright. So then, yeah. You guys bid farewell to the servants. For now, I'm sure you will be back. And head out. Retracing your steps back to where your confrontation with Strahd. You go there. The only discernible thing right there now is there is a big black char spot where that fireball went off.
Is there any remains?
You do not see
hard
any.
bones, like fucking Uncle Owen, Aunt Bruce style.
Yeah. There's actually a pile of ash with eyeballs on top blinking at you.
No, he cast fireball, not disintegrate.
No. Hold on, I gotta take a tangent. So there was
I gotta take a tangent. That's so D&D of you.
I was DMing last night, and the paladin is like too far from the goblins to hit, so he wings his spear at them with disadvantage, and he crits. And so the way I described it is, it just like beams through the bushes, hits the goblin in the foot. He makes like a Looney Tunes fucking youch sound, and then immediately just collapses dead on the ground. That's really funny.
It didn't even hold it and go.
I mean, it's a goblin. Like, he crit no matter what the fucking goblin does.
True. But yeah, there's just scorch marks all around. It's rainy now though. Said that.
I'm trying to think if it's even worth it to try and like do a cursory kind of kick through the soot to see if anything was left behind.
I found his face.
I found this hobbit belt.
Dude, I found his fucking bag full of gold.
I found his crack pipe.
I'll do a cursory, just kind of like kick through like where he was last I saw him.
That could be him you're kicking right now.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but
I want to do a quick little look around also.
Okay, then anyone checking can give me investigation checks.
What?
That's a nat 20 for a 22.
That's a 3 plus 3 for 6.
Oh, Edge, don't worry. Edge is just on the ground sniffing that.
He actually went way too far. He's on the beach now and he's kicking sand.
He's like,
oh, look over here, guys.
He's like, the soot, it turned yellow. Must be some sort of day magic.
I've never cooked meat before. I don't know what burnt meat is like.
Yeah, he just...
16.
You got a what?
A 16.
16? Okay. So, both of you notice that there are, drag marks in the soot. It's hard to tell at first, but you notice just like the way the pattern's going, that something was clearly dragged off in the opposite direction of where you guys ran. But Leon, you notice that there is a spot where there should be soot, and there is not. There is a 3-foot circle where there's just no soot.
Weird. I mean, it's been over 8 hours since we've been here, but it might be worth a shot. I'll ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. Yeah, you don't detect any.
Okay. Is it closer to where the wizard was, or closer to where Strahd was?
It was closer to where Strahd was. It's at the end of the streaks. You notice it.
Can I do nature survival to track the drag marks? Because I'm assuming you pointed them out to me.
You notice, Leon, that they end at that circle.
Does it look like the circle, right? Does it look like there was soot there that got pushed out?
Not pushed out, just gone.
Can I do like a nature check?
What is the grass like in the circle?
A little flatter than you'd expect.
Can I do a nature check?
Mm,
Is it a rough circle or is it a very fine?
very fine.
How big?
3 feet in diameter. Yeah.
Doesn't look like. Is there the potential that the body was dragged over here, and then the body and the dragger bamfed out
There is the possibility.
and
we
just
don't
took
see
the
any-
soot with them?
That is a possibility. Yes.
So he has the body. Great.
Dude, he's trying him to tell him where the other cereal cups are.
Where's the cinnamon toast crunch?
Okay. My only other question is my horse that I tied up and stole still tied up?
Where did you tie it up?
I stopped maybe 10-15 feet away from where Velarys had transformed back into herself to talk to the wizard, because I was following her there.
Okay.
Strahd didn't go out of his way to kill the horse, right?
Well, I wouldn't say he goes out of his way. But there's many wolves that patrol the woods at night.
So what are you saying if your horse is dead?
Your horse probably got mauled to death.
There's a horse corpse that's been mutilated goblin style. All the teeth are gone.
Dude, I'm gonna mutilate you goblin style. You stealing your teeth?
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy style. Turn into Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Well, I guess we're walking back to Vallaki then.
You're walking.
Dude,
This guy's probably swimming. This freak. That's you. Yeah. You're little fish boy.
This is me. I'm a horse.
Swimming?
No, I'm
climbing a ladder?
I'm cantering.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna let Leon ride you?
That's a no. I don't trust him enough to let him on my back. So.
Yeah, what if he stabbed you? Look at Leon.
Exactly.
He's got stabby
I forgot the part where I
And just
smooth talked the Dark Lord of Barovia.
She sees green flags as red flags and red flags as red flags. Can you blame her? She's just colorblind. She's like, oh my god, she's trying to do what's best for his people. He really loves his wife. He's killed all of them, but that's okay. Yeah. So yeah, you guys are gonna walk back to the town of Vallaki in the pouring rain.
Yeah. Did we? I'm assuming it was raining when we left the mansion.
Yes.
Um,
And it's only getting worse.
Was there did he have extra traveling cloaks that we could have just taken?
Yeah, I would. Well, if he's got extra clothing, yeah, he's got a $1 million, $3 million fucking Hotel California looking motherfucking ass house in the middle of the fucking boonies in a mountain. Yeah, he's got traveling cloaks.
Okay, I'm gonna take one of those.
I'm not.
I know that Edge is actually taking less clothes. He's out walking shirtless in the rain.
When you see videos of lizards getting misted to soften up the skin when they're shedding or whatever, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm softening up my shed. I'm gonna eat it later.
Ugh.
Gotta get that calcium back.
You're vile.
That's what lizards do, man. What do you want from me?
You're a lizard person.
Yeah, he's a fancy lizard though. We're all gonna get back to the mansion and we're gonna have our platters in front of us and he's gonna have a fucking plate with his own shed on it and he's gonna have the little bib and a little fork and knife.
He has his own breakfast.
He's gonna talk with whichever of the butler clones is a sommelier to try and pair it with a good wine.
Scallops anymore. It's shed wrapped scallops.
Dude, it's natural, okay? What do you want from me?
Non-GMO.
I guess, technically.
Every teenage boy trying to explain jerking off. It's natural. What do you want from me?
Non-GMO.
Anyway, so Vallaki.
Gotta do,
Vallaki,
man.
yeah. So, you guys enter in the town. At this point, torrential downpour.
Yeah, it's literally raining half vampires.
Well, I was thinking fruit, because you said down pair, but...
Yeah, but he's making a vampire joke, because Dampier.
I got both of them.
Anyways, yeah. So you guys come into town, and it's most. I'm gonna say generally the town is more silent, but there's a localized lot of sound.
Like everything else is pretty quiet, and
but
like
there's a lot of sound coming from
one
the
direction.
center of town.
Okay. Okay. Should probably grab our shit first, just in case it's like a fight kind of level of sound.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my rapier.
Okay. You guys go to the blacksmith, and there's a sign on the door, that says, closed.
I'm gonna break in.
I was gonna say, can I like look through the window? Can I see our shit?
I'm not even gonna look in. I am opening
Yes, you do see your shit. There's like, just by candlelight, you can see this.
He left his candles running?
Well, like torches. Well, not like torches, like the gas.
I'm gonna open the door. I don't give a fuck if I can see. I'm going in this guy's house no matter what.
It's,
Yeah, that's a nat 20 plus 7 for,
For what? You just said you're gonna go inside. What?
Tools.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then you...
I'm a rogue.
I made a go inside roll.
The only thing that I can
Yeah,
do.
that's why I was confused, because you didn't fucking you just said, I'm gonna go inside. You didn't say, I'm gonna pick this lock. You didn't say, I'm gonna...
I'll
Okay,
keep
force.
Okay, fine.
Are you still a horse? Are you still a horse? Are you still a horse?
You can stay a horse for like 2 hours or 1 hour or something like that. I don't remember.
No, I'm not a horse. Why would I be a
Okay.
Edge and Leon are like, who's gonna keep watch? And the horse is just like,
No!
Dude, this entire time he just assumed you turned into a horse.
she's been cantering as an elf.
Also, yeah.
Which is mostly just skipping while banging two rocks together.
Yeah, she's doing the fucking coconuts.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But yeah, okay. So then, yeah, you click. You open the door. You go inside, and yeah, on the behind the counter, you can see, bathed in gaslight. There are.
Right?
Yeah, well, they have gas.
No, he didn't.
I was gonna say, you could have said like candlelight or like lantern light or like literally anything other than gas light.
Yeah, but it's gas. So fuck you.
You're gassing it up.
Dude, he's lit by fucking 200-watt fluorescent bulb.
Yeah. He actually has a miniature sun in his.
Due to a glitch in the module, he managed to get the cantrip on-off that you can only use in like sci-fi settings.
He's the blacksmith is actually an armorer artificer, and he's got an arc reactor in his fucking plate mail.
Dude, I'm getting a level in fucking artificer just so I can open your garage door from 60 feet away with my fucking mind. I'm gonna steal your bike. and the warm beer out of your broken mini fridge.
Imagine how fucked that would be. Just being outside somebody's house, looking through the window, and like turning their blender on and off, and like, just really fucking with them.
Me looking in your room when you have sleep apnea and turning off your CPAP machine.
Power word kill, dude.
Slowly. That's how Palpatine killed Darth Plagueis.
Which is so dumb. I'm going to cut off his life support. Anyways, back to the topic. Yeah, your shit's back there.
Do I also see like paper, like parchment and quill that he used to write his note? Because I'd like to just leave a note that's like, hey, we came back for the shit we paid for. We didn't take anything else, promise.
Okay.
Sorry, is he in the house?
No, it's closed. You broke in there.
I already paid him, so I'm just gonna take my sword. And... Actually, you know what? Fuck this guy. He closed. What day of the week is it?
Tuesday.
This is some Stardew Valley shit.
Off on a weekday during work hours? I'm stealing his shit.
Sus.
I'm gonna search his house.
I'm gonna join in.
Okay.
I love the fact that Velarys is outside keeping watch, looks in and sees Edge stealing shit. She's like, oh man, I gotta get in on this.
I'm still imagining her as a horse standing on two legs, rubbing her hooves together, going, "Oh man, I'm in on this."
No, it's like that. It's like that deer from Adventure Time. She takes the hoofs off to have little people hands.
She like peeks through, sees some horseshoes.
It bounced once.
So I got a 2+3 for investigation, and she got a 3 plus like 4.
I got a 5.
Oh.
I see them bumbling over each other, and I'll join. If two of the three of us are gonna rob this guy, might as well join in.
Dude, join in on the fun.
14 plus 2, 16.
Okay.
My anniversary die is rolling real good for me.
Are you like, when you say you're robbing him, are we talking like you're going into his safe and shit, and like you're just pilfering his goods?
I'm like gonna go through his workshop. I mean, I rolled a fucking, what did I say? 2 plus 3 for 5. I'm basically just like going through his workshop and seeing if there are any like cool items that he's been working on.
Okay, wait. If I say, can I roll again if I say I also want to snoop through all of his things, or is that the same as me wanting to look?
Is me wanting to snoop through his things the same thing as me saying I want to snoop through his things? Yes, that is the same.
Unless you have inspiration.
That's a good try. You almost got me.
If I ask really nicely, can I roll again?
What if I ask in my horse form?
You're like,
we're here for 15 minutes while you bang it out in fucking Morse code, or in this case, Horse code.
That was funny.
Make a different investigation check for every single drawer that you search.
Dude, and then she's like, okay, turns into a frog. What do my frog eyes see? His eyes see differently than normal eyes. New perspective, changed things up. Yeah, you guys go through his shit. He doesn't seem to really have any cool things. A lot of his work seems to have very little inspiration to it, and it's more just he's working to work. There is no joy nor love in this man's life. Everything's very dull in here.
I'm gonna leave him a little.
I'm really worried about my sword now. I don't want a dull sword.
I'm gonna leave him a little flower on his desk to bring some color into his world.
Okay.
Did he do a good job silvering the weapons, at least?
Yeah. It's silvered.
It's good, it's just uninspired.
It's just uninspired. There's no, like I said, there's no love, there's no creativity.
He needs a muse.
Like, it's very industrial.
Ed should just stay here, unclothed.
No! He just comes in and he goes, like what you see. Cops. Remember, this is the guy who has on-off, so he's got a fucking telephone too. He's calling the cops. Okay. Leon, what'd you get? I forgot what you got.
16 total.
16. I know you got the highest, so that's why I was.
By far, we both got 5s.
Yeah. So you're going through his stuff once again. Like them, there's nothing interesting per se. If you want to, there is a coin pouch. I don't know if you're the robbing sort.
No, any money
that you
I'm
managed
gonna
to find?
leave. I'm just looking for any equipment or weapons that might aid us in what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to really.
Even if it's stuff like he's got a like adventure equipment type stuff, like the hook for a grappling hook to tie to the end of a rope, stuff like
You
that.
find
Where it's
a
like
bag of like 7,000 ball
Like-
bearings. Nothing.
like I
a
said,
5-gallon
he's a-
drum of ball bearings.
Silvering the sword is probably the most inspired thing this man has done in his entire life. He makes nails, he makes horseshoes, and
I'm gonna take some of those horseshoes.
You put him in a sock. That's a makeshift weapon right there.
That's a mace of sorrow right there. Yeah. But yeah, there's nothing interesting. Nothing that's like you can't just it's like everyday shit. It's shit that like a Barovian would need, not that a knight would need.
Yeah.
Pitchforks, torches.
But you also do notice that those loud sounds are getting closer.
The what sounds?
The loud sounds, like
is there
it's like city sounds.
As a continuation of that 16, is there a back door?
Yeah, we'll say so.
Okay, why don't we close and lock the front door and go out the back door and loop back
Agreed.
around?
Okay. Then yeah, you guys head out of the blacksmith shop. Only committing petty crimes instead of stealing his money, which would be a lot more than a petty
It's
crime.
just B&E. Who cares?
No crime if it's not seen.
That's also true.
There's 3 people who saw it though.
Don't
We
implement that
are
in real
pro
life,
crime
okay?
here at Galaxy RPG.
Very much so. But yeah, the sounds of the streets are getting closer, and from further away, further down the road, you guys can now see that there's a large group of people. You can't tell anything about them, but you can see that there's a large group of people marching through the street.
Do they look like a mob, or are they like having a funeral or something?
Like I said, you can't directly tell. You can tell
I'll
that
try and
they've got some torches, but it is raining, so you can tell that their torches like keep going out.
I'll try and like low key get a little closer.
Low key, get a little closer. As in you're gonna try and blend in, or you get to
Yeah. Like I don't want to be like, hey, what are you doing?
Okay.
You're the only human. You're the only one that looks not out of place.
What about you two?
I'm gonna try to also not stand out.
I mean, I am too, but I'm also a lizard, So.
Okay. It's not really a stealth check, but yeah, you get closer, and you guys realize this is a procession of sorts. There is a large group of sad-looking children wearing even sadder costumes, decorated in like flowers and like little rays, and behind them is a group of weary-looking adults carrying a large wicker ball with them.
Dude, it's Burning Man.
And behind them, on horseback, flanked by some guards, is the Burgomaster, the Baron of the town.
Did we meet him?
I I know you guys. I feel like you guys have seen him. I have mentioned it before. I don't know if you guys have talked to.
I don't
You
think we
definitely have
have.
not talked to him.
We've
Yeah, I don't
we've
think-
only loosely been in the town.
Yeah, you've kind of skirted around Vallaki a lot, and you've heard about him, but you've never talked to him. But yeah, and this procession is heading towards the center of town.
I'll follow it.
Does it look like religious in nature?
It looks to be some sort of festival, whether it's religious or cultural. Kind of insignificant. Anyone else following it?
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't think we
So-
should be going off on our own.
You guys follow this parade, and the Burgomaster is yelling out, "Come on, come on! Come see the flaming ball!"
Another ball? Is someone gonna caress this one also?
There's something with
What are
Would
with
you
these
fail to realize-
Barovians and these fucking balls?
there's actually two people who live in Barovia. The Vistani and then the Balrovians. The Balrovians love balls.
Dude,
Madam
All I
Eva
can-
is a
All I can think of,
Balrovian.
all I can think of is that fucking alien from I think it's Men in Black 2. He's wearing a scarf and then he pulls the scarf down and he's got a fucking.
He's got the nuts for
a
the
set
chin.
of nuts on his chin.
Oh, the Nutchinians?
A Balchinian.
Oh, they're Balchinians, yeah. Oh, yeah, and then he goes like this on him. Yeah.
No,
But
he,
yeah.
he tries to kick him in the actual nuts a couple times.
the
It doesn't
actual
do
nuts.
anything. Then he pulls the scarf down. And he's like,
Oh, I thought he does that. No, I'm thinking of something else. I know they do this in Duke Nukem. I know he does
yeah.
that to the giant alien
I think
nuts.
you're thinking Duke Nukem.
Nah, there's some other shitty low action or low budget movie that they go like this to an alien nuts. Definitely, I'm telling you right now. And that's what I'm thinking about, but I don't know what. It's not Duke Nukem, I swear. But yeah, so you guys follow this to the center of town, in which there is a scaffold set up that the adults put the ball on and hoist it up, and they hoist it about 10 feet up in the air, and then they start sprinkling it in oil. They start splashing it. By the way, like I said, it is torrential downpour. And then they go to light it, and it does not light. And they go to light it again, and once again, it does not light. And then the Persian master takes a torch from one of his guards, yells out, "All will be well!" and goes towards the ball, and thrusts his torch to the ball, which just extinguishes his torch in the process. Leon, do you laugh? Do you laugh?
Leon will definitely be stifling a laugh.
Okay, good, because you do hear another heckler in the crowd, and the Berger Master peeks his head up and looks in the direction. He goes, "Guards, take him!" And there's a lone heckler in the crowd, who likely tried to stifle his laugh, wasn't too good at it, and you see the guards tackle him down to the ground, and the Berger Master hops off his horse. He goes, "This is what happens to ne'er-do-wells who ruin the great mood of our town," and he orders his guards to tie the man up to the back of the Berger Master's horse. And the Berger Master resaddles and then whips his horse in the ass. and him and his guards ride off, dragging the heckler behind them.
I'm gonna turn into a horse and run up to him and horse kick him in the face. I'm
You're
kidding, I'm not doing
I was
that.
about to say, I'm like, you're gonna kick the version master off his horse as a horse? That shit's meta.
No. But he's on my list for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, not even because he's dragging the guy behind them, but because he whipped the horse.
We're standing in the middle of like a crowd, right?
Yes.
How hard would it be to, I don't know, stifle the verbal and somatic components of a spell?
How hard would it be to stifle them, as to make sure no one hears them?
Just make it
Because
so, like, it's harder to discern who did it. Or if it was done at all.
I mean, like, someone would definitely be able to hear whatever you're saying. Obviously, whatever you're saying, unless they understand it, they don't know what it is. Unless they can attribute whatever magical effect. If you go, ice ball, and then shoot a fucking ice ball at them. If you're like, disappear your pantso, and then their pants disappear. I would say it's the guy who said, disappear your pants. But I think it ultimately depends, because people generally can tell when magic is cast on them or at them. Unless there's a reason subtle spell exists.
Yeah. How much do we want to help this guy? Because Leon wants to help this guy.
I'll help.
Can I hide, like...
Can I hide again?
No, can I hide away from the crowd and try and shoot the rope that he's tied with?
Before you do that, how far away am I? When he gets tackled, how far away from him am I?
Probably 20 feet.
20 feet? I'm going to recite the incantation in Celestial and cast Sanctuary on the heckler.
Okay.
So he cannot be targeted by any hostile action.
I'm pretty sure the ground is neutral, but...
No, before he gets tackled.
Ooh.
Like, when I see the guards heading towards him, like, just a divine light shines on him, and they are unable to grab him.
I will let you do it. However, that means the two guards have to make their wisdom saving throws. That is a 16 base. I'm assuming that passes your...
My spell save DC is a 13.
Yeah. The other one doesn't, so he only gets tackled by one guard, but he would still end up getting tackled. I don't think the spell ends, so, but, like... harmful spell. Yeah, no, I would... They're, like... Getting dragged is not a harmful attack.
That's what I was gonna say. I think the ground
Yeah,
is not...
I would give it to you if they failed their save in trying to tackle him. I would say, even though it specifically says attack, I would say, in the sense of the way you're trying to use this, I would consider that.
Grapple counts as an attack, by the way.
Well, there you go. Well, one of them failed, but one of them succeeded. So yeah, I would say it's appreciated, your effort. People aren't really gonna catch. That was a very subtle spell, I would say, in comparison to, say, like, if you, like, ice knifed the guy. So, like, I think people are more, like, confused about what the fuck was just said out loud.
Yeah.
Than anything else. But unfortunately, the man still would get tied up. Only by one guard. Well, I guess one tackles and then the other can tie. But yeah, unfortunate.
Well, since that didn't work, Edge can do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. So Edge, you said you were gonna try and Give me a stealth check. You said you want to sneak off to the side.
Yeah. Away from the group. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be shooting through the group.
Mm-hmm.
If I can, like, get on a building, like a low building or something, I would, but I don't think I can probably do that also. Ooh, that's not great. That's a 9 for stealth.
Yeah, so definitely his, like, now the guards are aware now that, you know, first of all, some of the guards are making an arrest. B, someone just said some weird incantation out loud, which I'm sure there's visually magical effects going on, but hard to discern. And then C, now you're sneaking off with a 9. So I would say if you do something sketchy at this point, they will notice where it does come from.
I would assume that I can't really find anywhere suitable to hide. Just because it's a... I mean, we're in, like, the town square, basically, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that there's not really a place I can suitably hide, and... yeah, I'm not gonna do anything tremendously suspicious.
Okay.
I'm not gonna attack, but I am gonna keep an eye on the Burgermeister.
Yeah, okay. So Lord Burger, you keep an eye on him, and yeah, he rides off with the heckler in tow, dragging by his horse. And yeah, the crowd kind of just like is shocked and confused, horrified. I wrote down your guys' passive perception at some point. Yeah, you, Eduardo and Tyler, you both have low passive perception.
I have an 11, so yeah.
Mine isn't that low. My passive is a 15.
Oh, okay, 15. Okay. And Vanessa's was a 16. I don't know if hers went up.
It's 14, it says.
Oh.
No, it's 14.
Whatever, whatever, the 16.
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay, but you two... Wait. Tyler, you notice, that there's a man in a cloak kind of watching, noticing you guys from afar, from outside the crowd. And he's definitely eyeing you up, like, you as in you three.
I'm going to
wink at him.
Hey there, buddy.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
I'm gonna just do like a very soft whistle to Velarys and Edge and kind of gesture in that guy's direction, and then try and slip through the crowd in his direction.
Stealthily or just towards him?
Trying to be stealthily, but not, like, if he sees me, he sees me.
Okay, so then... I guess give me a stealth check then. What about... with the extra...
I'll see this guy.
Yeah, with the extra guidance of him pointing him out, though, because he's like... you guys do notice that there's a cloaked figure off to the side.
Wait, do I notice him too?
After being pointed out, yes.
I'm gonna still leave the group and like go along the streets. I don't know if you guys are like walking directly towards him, but I would take a long way around.
17 plus 3 for a 20.
Okay, so you're able to slip into the crowd, and you keep catching, like, looking towards him, and you notice that he can see the other two, but can't catch you, with his eyes. And Ed, you said you're slinking around towards him.
Yeah.
Like, and Velarys, what about you?
I want to walk like towards him, but like I want it to look like I am like just ditzy and I'm just like
like that, like turn into a horse.
I don't want to make it obvious that I'm walking straight at him, but like I'm not gonna like go in the crowd or walk on the outside.
Okay, so then you can give me a performance check. Yeah, so
a 12.
Okay. Then yeah. You three managed to convene your way over in your own weird ways. To get over to this guy. In which he clearly makes eye contact with both Edge and Velarys. But you kind of sneak up on him, Leon. And give him a little bit of a jump. And he motions towards you guys to follow him into this alley.
That's sus.
What'd you say?
He motions towards you guys to follow him into this alley.
I'll cautiously follow.
Is he wearing a trench coat or something?
He is wearing a cloak.
Can we see what it looks like at all? How tall is he?
I'd be surprised. I'll say he's a little shorter than average. He looks a little like worm-tonguey. He's kind of visually off-putting.
Nice.
But you know, what do you do in a town like this? You're just gonna be born ugly. That's how it works.
I'll probably more so because Velarys is following him than my own curiosity, but I'll follow him. But I've got hand on sword the whole time.
Okay. So anyone follows him down. He stops about halfway in the alley, turns around, and lowers his hood. Like I said, very unattractive man. Very weaselly, like ratty looking. And he eyes you guys up. I noticed that you don't seem to like the Burgomaster. Have I caught that right?
I mean, he seems like a dickhead.
I don't really like anybody.
Did he drag the guy on the horse?
He did. He did end up dragging the guy on the horse.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
And whipping the horse.
He hurt his horse.
Ah, right, dickhead, that one. Look, I'm looking for people who don't agree with the Baron's methods of understanding.
I should have.
Why?
Exactly. Why?
Yeah.
Why am I looking for? to how do I say it? Depose him of his position.
Decapitate, perhaps.
Where does the burgomaster fall in loyalty to the Dark Lord?
To the Dark Lord. Strahd?
No, to the other Dark Lord.
Strahd, say his name.
There's many evils around here. He is personally aligned with him, but does try to further his own agenda.
Insight check.
with it. Okay, we make an insight check.
I would also insight check that.
That's a 13 plus 5 for an 18.
Me too.
Okay.
I just don't want him pulling some false flag shit where it's like, yeah, the guy
Yeah,
seems like a
CIA.
dickhead, so I'll make you assume that he's on Strahd's side and get rid of a potential. I mean, listen, I don't want an ally with a dickhead, but I also want an ally with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 7.
Got a 9.
Okay. Okay.
I have proficiency in insight, so that helps.
Well, so do I. I just have a -1 to wisdom.
Oof. Yeah, I'm rolling a plus 5, so.
Okay. So he seems to be telling the truth, but there is obviously something missing to this puzzle. He seems very reluctant to give out specifics.
Is he asking for help?
Yeah, I mean, he said that he knows that you guys have a disliking for the burgomaster.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask him, is he asking for our help?
My fair lady would gladly take any help she can get.
The Queen of England?
Yeah, HMS.
And
Her Majesty Strahd.
I would love to.
He's really pulling a Palpatine. This guy's boss is just Strahd in a wig. He's playing both sides.
Rich size / small, right?
Huh?
You said he was kind of average sized, if not a little smaller than average.
Yeah.
I would like to get right up in his face and tell him, we just told you our stances. I need to know yours. Trust goes both ways, or something along those lines.
Are you trying to? Given the fact that you answered about his stature, I'm assuming this is an intimidation.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
I want him to tell us more than what he's telling us now.
Yeah, the reason why I asked if he wants our help is because I want to follow up by saying, okay, well, if you need our help, then you have to give us more information / all information.
Yeah, I'll step up behind Edge to kind of give him some backup in the intimidation.
Perhaps action.
And yes, I'll use thaumaturgy to like. It already happens when I'm using like dark vision when it's in a dark room, but my eyes go like silver white, glowing with like slit pupils, and hand is still on the sword.
Okay. Then yeah, give me an intimidation check. I'll give you advantage.
No. 13. It rolled a 20, but the fucking dice tray was slanted, so it hit 20 and then immediately rolled over to a 2.
He eyes you up and down, and clearly appreciates the attempt. Listen, that's not gonna work on me. I need to know if you're in.
Is there really not even a little bit more information you can give us?
I'm gonna double down. I draw my rapier.
Okay, you
Now I'm gonna try to intimidate him.
you draw your rapier, and he looks at your hand, looks up, and then just turns around and just books it out the other side of the alley.
I chase him down.
But, I bonus action dash and action to grapple.
Give me a.
I will help with that because I can use a key point to step of the wind and dash, and I have a movement speed of 40 feet now.
You can give me an athletics check, Eduardo.
Another 2. Plus fucking 0. Huh?
Okay.
I just rolled a 2.
Yeah, you're not able to grab him. Leon, you said you wanted to also attempt.
Yeah. It's a 17 plus 1 for an 18.
Also an 18. Which means he passes.
This fucker.
I know, dude.
It's raining.
I looked at his skills and I was like, shit. And then I was like, oh, never mind, it works. All right, yeah. So he slips at he's like I said, he's slimy looking and he's slippery little guy. Slips out of your grasp, and then just keeps on running.
Opportunity attack.
You're gonna stab him?
Yep.
Okay.
I would have been running with them to help also.
Do you want to also try and tackle this man?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
How hardy does this guy look?
Not very.
Okay.
It's an action. It's an action. It's a spell. Velarys doesn't get him either. But I am gonna opportunity attack him unless he disengages.
Okay. He is not going to. He is instead. He's gonna try and run away. So you can make an opportunity attack of opportunity.
Ooh. Does a 19 plus 5 hit?
It does.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. I should have taken the disengage. You can do it as a bonus action.
I'm not trying to kill him, but
Just stab him through the hamstring.
19 damage.
Okay. Yeah. You stab him as he goes to run away.
I get sneak attack because I have an ally within 5 feet of the guy, so. And I rolled a 5, a 5, and a 6.
You stab him in the back.
I thought that was only for ranged attacks.
No. It's specifically not ranged attacks, I think. Sneak attack needs to be advantage, or if it's not advantage, you need another enemy of your target within 5 feet of them, and they can't be incapacitated or some other
Spit my
rules.
hand.
No, yeah, he's fine. You can frontline with other people. This is essentially the way it works.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I just have to grab a bottle for the baby.
Advanced.
Okay. So you stab him. You get him good right in the back as he goes to run. And he comes scampering out of the alleyway. And he starts screaming for guards.
19 damage doesn't put him down?
Nope.
Damn.
Nope. And he starts screaming for guards.
Can I go after him with my scamator? No.
Technically, it would be on the next turn. Oh boy.
He doesn't like the town guards anyway, so he's gonna have his own problems. I don't give a fuck about this guy. He didn't want to tell us who he works for, and then he wants to recruit us against the town, and then he's gonna call for the town guard. Nothing about this guy makes any sense to me. So TLDR, I would like to slink back and hide.
I'm gonna also hide.
Okay. Then you can give me stealth checks. What did I call this?
$11.
14.
Okay. So, you two hide. I don't know. We kind of have to wait for.
Yeah. What happened while I was gone?
They're hiding.
He's calling for guards, so we're retreating from the scene.
Yeah, he ran out of the alleyway and started screaming for guards. Because someone stabbed him in the back.
If he were, unconscious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it an action and movement to drag him, or is it just movement?
You would have to. If you knocked him out, you would have to grapple him to drag him. So it would be an action and then movement, and then you would move at half your movement, I believe. Or no, it's whatever. To start dragging him, but he has already ran out into the of the alley.
Have the guards made eyes on him yet?
You can't tell. You guys are still in the alley. You don't even know if there's guards. He's just screaming for guards.
I'm gonna cast sleep.
Okay.
Ejatte falls asleep.
So then, so he hits the ground, and you can start hearing the sound of, through the rain, you can hear like the clitter-clatter of metal, and footsteps hitting the stone.
I'm trying
Are there any buildings with no lights on nearby that look perhaps empty?
If you want to go out checking the streets, yeah, but then you're gonna have to leave the alley. So.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run out to his body.
Mm-hmm. And try and drag it back?
No. I'm going to pull my holy symbol of a rev out from underneath my shirt so it's plainly visible, and act like I am checking to see if he's okay.
As you run out and go to do that, you see immediately to your left there are 3 guards wearing some medium light armor.
I'm gonna point back down the alley. It was some kind of hooded assailant. I'll help him. You go after them.
Give me a deception check.
That is a 16 minus 1, so 15. I'm not rolling any other dice other than this anniversary dice. It's gonna run out eventually, but
2 of them run down that alley. The other one stays with you with the body. And you notice that they seem to have some knowledge of medical practice. As they start checking out his wound. Are you actually healing him, or are you just faking it? You're faking it. Right?
well, me healing. If I heal him, is that going to wake him up?
Yes.
What if I?
I don't know. I have to check sleep.
I don't think so, unless you're attempting to wake him up specifically.
Because my other option is if I cast something that only affects dying creatures, would that wake him up? Because I could cast Spare the Dying on him, which won't do anything for him, but it'll at least look like I'm doing something.
Let me read the specifics of sleep. Because it might say something like, if a spell is cast on them.
Oh, that's a good point.
Until the spell ends, the sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Nope. So actually, you can cast any spell you want on him, as long as it doesn't hurt him.
Okay.
I'd never thought about that.
I couldn't technically heal him anyway, because I only have 2 spell slots. And I used one to cast sleep, and then I used one to cast something before Sanctuary. Yes. So through a mix of casting Spare the Dying, and also I'll use Thaumaturgy to make my whole eyes just glow golden, make myself look very holy. I'm going to act like I'm attempting to heal his wounds via divine magic.
Okay. Alright. So these other 2 guards run down that alley, and in their haste run right past both of you, Velarys and Edge. However, there's still this one
lizard in the alley.
Yeah. There's still one guard with Leon. But Leon, you can tell from further away now, like further down the road, that there are even more guards coming.
Okay. Does it seem like the other guards have eyes on this one singular guard?
Like just as much as you do. So you can see shapes. So if like that guy slumped over, they'd be like, "Did they just kill that guy?
Okay.
What's happening there?"
I'm going to. Okay. My magic seems to not be working. Help me, bring him to the chapel, and I'll start trying to drag him through the alley towards the Temple of Arev that I saw the first time we came to Vallaki.
Okay, you can give me. And you're gonna actually drag him there?
Yeah, I'm gonna start dragging him through the alley though.
Is there an attempt for you to get Edge and Velarys to jump this one guard through?
Oh, I'm gonna jump in on jumping him too.
Okay, then you can give me a deception check.
Okay.
I know. I'm just making sure so I can get the intention correct. And you can give me a deception check, yes.
13.
For your sake, let's hope they don't have a +1 to wisdom. What up, guard? What's your wisdom? They have a +2 to deception, that's it. Yeah, so he is stunned by what is ever happening. And he helps him up. He picks up the other half with you. and starts walking him towards the alley.
Okay. Once we're like maybe 5-10 feet past where I saw Edge and Velarys go in, I'm going to drop my half, draw my sword, and run him through.
Damn, run him through. You're gonna kill the guard?
All right. Give me an attack roll.
I'm just gonna fucking hit him on the head.
That's an what is my plus? My plus is a 5. Does a 19 hit?
It sure does.
Okay.
This guy's a fucking psycho.
Okay, so that's... I rolled a 10 on the damage, so that's 10 plus 3, so 13.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to spend a key point and do Flurry of Blows. So I'm going to hit him twice with the pommel of my longsword.
You don't need...
Okay.
You don't need to spend that. You just stab him straight through the chest and kill him instantly.
Okay. And I swap for dragging the rat guy and drag this guard into the shadows.
I suppose I'll help.
I mean, I'll help, but why did you kill the guard? Could have easily just fucking bonked him on his little bucket head.
The sounds are getting closer, by the way, of more meddling footsteps through the rain. So you guys don't have a lot of time to figure out what your next move is.
Are there any doors nearby or on the other side of the alley?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you could break into someone's home if you want. If you want to break into someone's home.
Does it look like there's people in the house? I don't need to suddenly be killing a bunch of civilians.
It's midday, so the parents might not be home, but you don't know about kids. They would probably keep to themselves. But, adults have jobs and there's a festival going on, so maybe all the kids are out at the festival.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the most empty-looking house and attempt to open the door.
Okay, then you can give me a lockpicking check.
While he's picking the lock, I am... I'm going to tear off a piece of the cloak that I'm wearing, and I'm going to gag and blindfold the sketchy guy.
Okay.
Do I have time to quickly search him? Just do a rough once over? Never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind. I need Edge guidance.
Oh, okay. Alright, then, okay, so you blind and gag the man. Edge, you're, fuck did you do? Oh yeah, you broke it. Yeah, you managed to pick the lock.
Get in.
Yeah, and you guys run into this house, eerily quiet. But you don't see anyone or notice anything.
Yeah, I'm holding this guy down because sleep only lasts a minute.
Yeah.
Well, it's only been 15 seconds.
A little longer, maybe 20. At this point, you guys, you're laying low, and you can kind of see out the windows. You see, it's hard to count just because they keep walking past the windows and whatnot. And there's a large group of them, maybe 9 to 12 guards have now gone through that alley and started searching the area.
I'm gonna lock the door from the inside.
Yeah. You guys kind of, you bunker down, and at one point, you hear the front door. There's a banging on the front door. I don't know if you guys want to do anything during that. Or just...
Alternatively, I could just go, nobody's home.
You could say that.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm staying deathly silent.
Yeah.
In fact, I can hold my breath for 15 minutes, so I'm going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a knock at the door. A loud, rough knock. No answer. No reply. And after a bit of time, there's you stop hearing and stop seeing guards like passing by through the window.
The guy's probably awake at this point, right?
Yes. By this point, this guy is freaking out.
Equal damage.
Huh?
Give him a concussion.
You're gonna hit
It's
him?
probably better for him to be unconscious.
Okay.
I wanna search the house, make sure there's no one here.
Yeah, there's no one here, but it seems to be lived in. So you don't know how much longer no one will be here.
Okay. Can I search the ugly guy?
Yeah. You find a dagger hidden amongst his robes. And he's got a weird tattoo on his arm. But besides that, it's just like a weird symbol. You can't, like, it's not a.
I wouldn't recognize it.
You can tell me what languages you know, and that could maybe.
Common, Draconic, Dwarven, Thieves' Cant.
Can I tell you which ones I can speak?
Sure.
Common, Elven, Celestial, Sylvan, Draconic.
Nope.
I'm not even gonna list mine because mine are just Common, Elven, and Celestial.
Yeah.
Does it look like anything I've seen before though? Like obviously I can't read it, but would I be able to tell at least what language it is?
You can give me an Arcana check.
I'll do the help action.
I'll give guidance.
Every time I'm about to roll the handful,
Mm-hmm.
literally every time I'm about to roll, somebody's like, I'm gonna do this, so I have to pick up a new dice.
You gotta put all 3 of our brain cells together, dude.
I also keep forgetting that I have guidance, so...
Same. Okay, so that's a nat 20, and I have a 0 to Arcana, but a 1 from the guidance.
Okay.
That was not with my anniversary dice. My anniversary dice only rolled a 10 on that.
You recognize that the symbol is a fiendish one. One belonging to those marked by the hells. You don't know what it says, but typically, unless this guy's got a ton of tattoos, chances are he's part of a cult.
Can I cast? I'm casting Detect Magic.
Okay. He doesn't have anything magical on him. The tattoo is more symbolic. It's not like he's magically attached to a devil or
Well, I
demon.
don't know.
or
Maybe
law.
the smell of the salt. He doesn't smell of sulfur, does he?
He smells like shit.
He's fucking ugly and slimy and grimy.
Of course he smells gross. He's ugly.
You say that while you're standing next to a lizard man who's been like half naked in the
Yeah, but
pouring rain all night.
you've got the Shakespeare frills, so you're pampered and civilized. You don't smell like poo-poo.
Here's a good question. Velarys, did you take one of the traveling cloaks?
Yeah, I took one.
So if you were to if we were to take that off of you, you were to transform into a horse, and then we tied this guy to your back and just draped the cloak over him so they couldn't tell what was on your back.
They look like fucking saddlebags.
Yeah.
We could totally do that. Dude, I'd be so down for that.
Just because we might not be able to speak one of those languages, but one of the butlers might.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, let's fucking do that. Dude, I'll turn into a horse any day.
Okay. In the
wild.
house. In the house.
No.
It's
The door
wild.
just opens.
There's no CR rating. You can just only turn into different kinds of horses. Any CR, it just has to be a horse.
I was thinking about this the other day. I'm surprised that they don't have more feats that are like Eldritch Adept and like Fighter Adept, where it's like you get the light version of a class feature.
They do. They're just all spells. They're just all spells.
Well,
That's why.
wild shape. Well,
You got the wizard one, you got the druid one, you got the
cleric
cleric one.
Very specific thing.
I just think it would be
Like-
neat to be able to be like, oh hey, like I've got like a shittier version of like Song of Rest because I took this feat, or like I have Wild Shape, but I can only pick this one CR thing monster, and I can swap it out like every long rest. But that's the only thing I can Wild Shape into.
That's called polymorph there, buddy.
Yeah, but like as a purely martial class, like having a barbarian that can like once per day Wild Shape into a wolf.
Well, there's a barbarian subclass for that.
Yeah, but they don't fully transform into anything. They just get like beast shield traits.
Yeah, but what's the benefit of turning into an animal as a barbarian when you can't rage when you do it?
You just like it's
You
Wild
rage
Shape.
when you do it.
Wild
Yeah,
Shape.
you
Wild
can't-
Shape
you
doesn't.
can't-
Wild Shape doesn't
I-
break rage.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
I was gonna say, for something like wild shape, if you really want a wild shape, you gotta be a druid to do that.
Yeah, that's like...
Like, you have to practice druidic magic.
That's why I'm
I
saying
feel like
having
It's like
one
saying, I
thing.
wish I had every spell. If you want every spell, you're gonna be a wizard.
Well, no,
If you
that's why
want-
I'm saying you have one. You can Wild Shape once per long rest, and it's into one animal. You have to pick the animal once per long rest. You can't make the decision in the moment. You have to be like, okay, I'm going to do this druidic ritual, and today, at some point, I can transform into a spider.
Mhm.
Just think it'd be neat. Anyway, so
Anyway.
yeah, we're going to tie this guy up and put him on Horse Valaris' back.
Yes, I'm turning specifically into Horse Loris. That wasn't my joke, that was Eduardo's joke, so.
It's
was
not
a
as
good
good
one.
as Gilbert Godsteed, but I'm here for it.
But I'm going to be turning into specifically a leopard Appaloosa horse.
Why?
Because they're cool.
Okay.
There's no mechanical difference, it just looks cool, she just wants to look cool.
I don't need to look cool.
In her head. In her head, she's looking cool.
You're going to have to post a
And-
picture in the Discord.
Of a Appaloosa? Okay. So yeah. You guys... I just thought something so fucking dumb and funny, but I can't do it. So, alright. As you guys, and where are you guys going with him, by the way, once you do this?
I'm back to the mansion.
You're gonna walk him all the way.
Well, Valaris can only be a horse for about 1 hour, so we're actually gonna have to drag him for the majority of the time.
That's fine. Just the hour will get us out of the town.
Uh-huh. Okay. So then, yeah. You guys start heading out of town. You notice that the gates are shut.
Dude, they're doing
There
all
are-
this to
there are-
one guy who shouted guard and then disappeared.
You guys killed a guard.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot that fucking somebody did that.
You guys
Why
Yeah.
did you kill him?
Because they don't know it was us.
Well, yeah, but they know it was somebody.
Yeah, but they don't know it was us.
And as you guys approach the gate, halt!
How many guards are there?
The
2. There's one on the inside, one on the outside.
the unconscious guy, does he look passably like he could be dead if they didn't like look super intently?
If they didn't check his pulse, yeah.
Um,
I would say an unconscious guy looks dead if you don't check.
We could be bounty hunters.
well, I was gonna just keep up my ruse from before. I'll step up with my holy symbol out, and be like, "Listen, my good sir, this man has perished under my watch. It is my duty to bring him to his family. As a man of the cloth."
You can give me.
You say wearing like heavy armor.
No, I'm not.
You
I'm a
can-
monk. I'm not wearing any armor.
Oh, good point. Good
You
point.
can give
good
me
point.
deception at a disadvantage.
I'll give you the help action, but I don't. I actually, there's no reasonable way I would be able to do that. I don't know anything about religion.
Yeah.
I just look kind of fancy, but that's about it.
Before we
But
actually step up to talk to them, can I guide myself?
I was gonna say Velarys can guide you. She's in the restroom at the moment.
She's also a horse.
That's a good point. I forgot that she's a horse.
Because it lasts for a minute, just far enough away that they can't really see me.
Sure.
Okay.
You do have disadvantage. So.
Okay. So, well, that could be better. So, one of them was a nat 20. The other is a 14 minus 1 plus 3. So, 16.
16? Okay. So, he looks you up and down. Since when did we get a new priest?
I'm new. I'm not a full priest yet, but I've been tasked with this as part of my duties.
Alright, well, you should know that the town's in lockdown right now, so if you leave, you can't come back.
Oh, that's okay.
It'll be a few days before we're heading back in this direction anyway, but it is imperative that I get this man back to his family for a proper burial.
Alright.
And
what about these two? Or what about this guy, Edge?
He's been hired as...
You think you can just travel through Barovia alone without protection?
Yeah. He's
I'll laugh boisterously in his face the same way that a dwarf belly laughs.
He's a mercenary hired to protect me.
I will say, my razor and give it a little twirl.
Yeah, I will say I'm kind of doing the Wonder Woman thing because I'm wearing that cloak, so I have my sword like on my back, but kind of like run up so the hilt is like in the hood behind my head. So you can't really see that I have a sword on my back.
Classic shotgun in the pant leg trick.
Kinda.
Walking like this.
Does a Rev have like an epithet, like a title? Like kind of like how like who is it, Pelor is like the Morning Lord? Or is that Lathander?
Lathander is the Morning Lord.
The Morning Lord is kind of just like a generic thing that has referred to multiple different sun gods, especially here because who would have guessed that? It's he makes the sun come out. We call him the morning guy.
He's sun dude.
He's sun guy. We call him the sun guy.
Okay, I just didn't want to use Morning Lord if you had something else that he was referred to as.
No, especially because Barovia has been separated by itself for so many times, for so long, that calling a rev, you know, like if you, they just say things. They'll just. It's like how you can call God God. You can call God. You can call him the Holy Spirit. You call him Jesus. You call him Christ. You call him whatever you want. People understand that. People understand when you mention the Son and a God, you're probably talking about a rev.
Okay.
Or some form of weird cultural split that people have claimed him as. But yeah, so. They will.
He went up to the gate, and Leon is lying to the guards, saying that we need to get this man home to bury him, and that I'm his mercenary bodyguard.
Oh, I'm still a horse, right?
Yeah, you don't. You just be a horse. You don't have to do anything else.
Just horse casual.
Yeah, just horse casual.
I
don't know.
The guards are just like, oh man, why is your horse acting all fidgety?
Keep your distance, but don't make it look like you're trying to keep your distance.
I'm gonna shit right there. I'm gonna do my horse stuff, okay? And then I'm gonna bend down to the ground and start munching.
On the cobblestone?
Yeah, the cobblestone.
It's a very dumb horse.
I think you need a new horse.
I'm not gonna go down and try to munch the cobblestone, but I am gonna take a shit.
I thought you were gonna say you were eating your own shit, is what I thought you were trying to say, and I was like, that's fucking vile. I'm like, that's gonna stay in your druid mouth, you know that, right?
I'm not eating my own shit.
Dude, you know what's worse when you poop as an animal and you don't wipe? Guess what? When you're turned into a person, you got poop butt.
No, because horses poop out like balls of poop, so no wiping.
Have you seen it? Like,
dude, I know horse poop. Okay, I'm a horse girl.
They're like cows too, though, where their vagina's underneath their pooter, right?
Wait, what?
So like cows, it goes butthole, vagina, right?
Yeah,
Right?
kind of the same for horses.
Okay, so then that's vile.
Well, their butthole kind of puckers out.
Oh, so they shoot it out. They're like, pow, pow. They're like an elephant. Okay, I got it.
This is the kind of content people on Twitch really came for.
It's not fucking their cooter.
You gotta make sure. It's gonna be a dirty druid.
Are you about to look up a picture of a horse vagina?
No, I am not. Believe me. There's some things people would look up for D&D. I don't.
Well, she obviously studied animal science and has pictures of horse vaginas.
I also have photos of horse penises in my notes because
you really said penis hard.
She wanted people to know that she wasn't interested in the horse vagina. She was interested in the horse part, which is why it includes the penis and the vagina. Okay.
It was just the way she said horse penis.
So you know it's not a vagina.
Really emphasized it.
Well, you gotta differentiate.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. They'll open the gate for you, but you can't come back in.
Okay. We can wait out whatever lockdown they're putting in. As we're passing, I will kind of like hand on the holy symbol and then like hand on his shoulder and just be like, "Morning, Lord, bless you," and then continue on.
The guy just kind of looks at you with empty eyes.
I'll poop again.
On his boots.
Just so you know, this guy doesn't acknowledge it. You're just pooping.
Well, it's normal for horses.
This isn't for the guard. This is for Velarys.
Gross.
This is why she loves spending so much time as a horse.
Dude, I can just fucking poop and no one judges me.
Just free shitting everywhere.
Free shitting. Yeah. So you guys are welcomed out of town. Where are you gonna go? It's like middle of the day.
Back to the mansion.
Yeah.
Fair. All right.
Directly into the woods.
So then you guys trek back to that manor. you do notice ravens following you on your way out of town.
How many?
It starts off as a flock, but as you guys keep going, it dwindles down to one.
Like, how far away are we from the mansion when it?
Does anything happen when it notices that Velarys turns back into an elf? After
Nope,
1
it
hour?
still keeps following.
How far away from the mansion are we when it dwindles down to one?
You guys have crossed the lake.
Okay, so
I'll say
we're still a decent distance away from.
A little bit, yeah.
How far is it?
It's not too far out from. Why do you need a time?
Oh no, I meant how far is the? You said Raven.
Yeah, like away from you.
Yeah.
It's keeping bird distance. Is the best way to say it. It's always keeping an eye on you. You will always, if you look around long enough, you will always notice it.
I will say, as we're moving, once I notice it, and once it's dwindled down to one raven, I will kind of whisper under my breath to Edge to take it out.
On a date?
I'm gonna steady aim, and is it within 80 feet?
I would say so.
Okay. No, because this is an attack roll.
I tried.
You did try. You cannot guide attack rolls. It's only ability checks. Does 19 hit?
It does. What are you hitting it with?
My short bow. 12 damage.
So you let an arrow fly, and it just sinks straight through the raven, killing it instantly. As it falls out of the tree, and smacks through a couple branches, and then hits the ground.
I'm gonna go inspect it.
It's a dead bird.
It's a sus dead bird is what it is.
We need to.
Can I give it a sniff and maybe a little nibble to see if it's like a normal bird?
Yeah, you should just fucking eat it.
I probably will, but you guys were on a time crunch, so.
It's a dead bird.
Get to go. No container.
I am gonna keep it. I'm gonna bring it with me.
He's gonna scoop it up. All right.
Make sure it's dead though. Snap its neck.
It has an arrow going straight through its chest.
You never know.
You never know.
The brain is the last thing to go. If somebody's seeing through the eyes of the bird.
I think we probably need to wrap up soon.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So you guys, make your way all the way to, back to the manor. In which you drag this guy back in here. He's no longer unconscious. I'm just assuming you guys, every time this man has even attempted to wake up, you have clubbed him over the head with a rock.
Have so much fun, like more brain damage than a professional NFL player.
I know. I was about to say, I'm like, you guys aren't going to be able to get any information out of this man.
His brain is soup.
We have him gagged, so if he wakes up, he's tied to the horse.
If we're out of guard yelling range, I don't need to keep knocking him out. If you guys want to, you can. But...
No. If we get like somebody else is coming on the road and they're about to pass us and he's awake, maybe knock him out. But
yeah, I mean he has suffered severe blood loss and head trauma.
I have spared the dying.
Can I roll brain damage?
So, but yeah, you guys bring him back to the manor. Yeah, bring him into the manor.
I'm gonna get him a nice comfy chair, and I have a set of manacles that I'm gonna put him in.
Okay, so you manacle him up, and he's like fucking Black Ops right now. He's fucking out of it.
What does the magic mean, Mason?
What do the numbers mean, ugly man?
They can't just keep calling him ugly man.
Well, we wouldn't tell us his name.
You literally described him as extremely ugly and slimy.
Oh, rat-like too, and weaselly.
Exactly.
You call him Weasel Man. I am Weasel. Yeah. He's barely conscious. After you've got him all tied up in that chair. You guys want to start questions, or we can wrap it up?
I think let's question him next time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's question him next time.
All right, yeah. So then we'll end up there. You guys have captured this strange, ugly man, very ugly man.
Do you level up?
Kidnapped him. No, you not level up kidnapping the ugly, strange man.
Wait, we killed one civil worker too, okay?
And you killed a guard.
And we attempted to prevent some random dude from getting,
horse dragged.
Yeah.
That's how I wrote it in my notes. I forgot the word for it, so I wrote
There's a
horse
word
dragged.
for it. I don't remember what it is either.
But yeah. So we're gonna end off there for tonight.
There's not a specific word for it. It says this is the drawn part of drawn, hanged, drawn, and quartered. So he was drawn, I guess.
Tyler, you have anything questions to say?
So we will be playing another session of Songs of Ardor on Sunday. And other than that, if you guys want to check out the VODs, we have them all saved and uploaded to YouTube, which is linked in the Twitch bio. And other than that, we will see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.